We've established how machine learning works in theory. We've looked at how models are built, the steps of the machine learning lifecycle, and the three main styles of learning. Now we are taking those concepts out of the sterile laboratory and dropping them into unpredictable real-world environments. Welcome to Chapter 5, Machine Learning in Action. Specifically, Section 04, Real-World Applications, Machine Learning at Work. In this section, we are going to observe these models doing actual jobs. We'll start with the classic case of spam filtering, examine how banks catch fraud in real time, take a first look at machine learning in healthcare, and finally, zoom out to spot the machine learning happening all around you. Deploying machine learning at scale involves managing human risk, balancing accuracy trade-offs, and protecting sensitive data. It is a process of negotiating reality, not just executing math. We begin with 4.1, the classic case, spam filtering. Keeping junk out of your inbox is a difficult problem because the target never stops moving. A traditional, rule-based computer program fails here because spammers constantly alter their wording, their web links, and formatting to bypass static rules. To succeed, the system has to learn dynamically from examples. This inbox defense pipeline maps the first steps of the machine learning lifecycle. On the left, the system gathers its data, billions of emails already labeled as safe or spam. Then it isolates features, the measurable indicators like sender reputation, word patterns, and suspicious links. Next comes the training and retraining phase. A supervised machine learning model analyzes these inputs to identify the mathematical boundary between junk and legitimate mail. Because the nature of spam changes daily, the model must continuously recalibrate, feeding on a steady loop of new examples every time a user clicks Report Spam. Finally, we reach inference. When a brand new, unseen email arrives, it enters the pipeline, passes through the model, receives a risk score in a split second, and is instantly routed to the correct folder. But no filter is perfect. If engineers tune the system to catch absolutely every possible scam, the model inevitably throws important, legitimate messages into the junk bin. They are forced to carefully balance the annoyance of missed spam against the high cost of false alarms. Because highly aggressive filters run the risk of hiding crucial information, occasional human oversight remains essential. Checking your spam folder from time to time is the manual backup that makes the entire automated system viable. That balance of risk brings us to 4.2, catching fraud in real time. If your credit card is ever declined for an unusual purchase, or your bank texts you to ask, "Was this you?" you are interacting with machine learning. This system has to execute its complex logic in the tiny fraction of a second before a payment clears. This timeline chart illustrates the first concept powering that defense, anomaly detection. The model learns what your normal purchasing behavior looks like, establishing a baseline. When a large purchase suddenly appears in another country right after you bought local coffee, the system flags the transaction because it does not fit the established pattern. But an anomaly isn't automatically fraud. The system immediately applies a second concept, supervised classification.
The flagged transaction is instantly cross-referenced against millions of past purchases, historically labeled as either legitimate or fraudulent, generating a precise risk score on the spot. Evaluating that score reveals a statistical paradox tied to rare events. Actual fraud represents a tiny percentage of all transactions. If engineers built a simplistic model that always predicted a transaction was not fraud, its plain accuracy would look incredibly high, maybe 99.9%, but it would be entirely useless, failing at its actual job. Real-world financial systems abandon plain accuracy as a metric. Instead, they calibrate a delicate balance, preventing billions in theft without paralyzing honest customers with a flood of false alarms, all decided in milliseconds. Next is 4.3. A first look at machine learning in healthcare. This medical scan visualization shows a process known as computer-aided diagnosis. By training models on massive libraries of past health records and images, systems learn to flag subtle, low-contrast patterns in X-rays or scans that a rushed or fatigued human eye might miss. This high-stakes application often generates a specific myth that AI is diagnosing patients on its own and pushing doctors out of the room. The reality is quite different. Approved medical AI acts strictly as a decision support tool, built to flag possibilities and accelerate routine analysis. In medical environments, the operative principle is assist, not replace. The machine delivers a piece of data-driven insight, but a licensed human clinician must integrate that insight with the patient's full context to make the final medical call. Finally, we reach 4.4, machine learning all around you. Spam, banking, and healthcare are highly visible examples, but machine learning largely operates quietly in the background of everyday life. It powers your streaming video recommendations, predictive text on your phone's keyboard, demand forecasting that keeps shelves stocked, traffic estimates on your maps, and real-time translation of spoken language. All of these ambient tools share a universal pattern. A model studies past examples, identifies the mathematical patterns within them, and then leverages that math to make a prediction about something entirely new. But this brings us to the privacy pause. Every prediction discussed requires immense amounts of data to function. The engine needs continuous fuel, and that fuel is highly personal, ingesting your private emails, purchase histories, physical locations, health records, and language patterns. Before relying completely on any predictive service, you have to interrogate it. Ask yourself, what specific data is this system collecting about me? Is my information being used solely to serve me, or is it being harvested to train models for other people? And most importantly, do I have the power to limit or delete what it has stored? We've covered the ground we set out to explore, tracking how theoretical models process spam, catch fraud, assist clinicians, and power our daily digital routines. Machine learning is a transformative tool because it learns patterns from examples rather than relying on rigid rules. But the price of that utility is constant vigilance. Making these systems work in reality means constantly managing accuracy trade-offs, enforcing human oversight in high-stakes decisions, and rigorously protecting the personal data that makes the predictions possible in the first place.